Get off my lawn. Don't turn around in my driveway. And don't drive slow if you're in the left lane. Scooby-Doo-bop-bop-a-deep-a-doop-bop-bop. Surrounded by brilliance.
What is up, Internet? That's right. Another episode of the Surrounded by Brilliance podcast, special edition, Mr. 4th of July edition. Merica, you goddamn right. Surrounded by Brilliance podcast was created to bring together like-minded people, America, who don't get offended by much and who are annoyed by most things. It's a podcast where humor, levity, and some serious discussion will give you a glimpse into the inner working of my brain, a self-proclaimed get-off-my-lawn guy. We hear funny stories, stupid concepts, and a whole lot more from some really interesting people, and probably some not-so-interesting people. And look, before I introduce my guests, I feel like a get-off-my-lawn guy coincides with Merica, a patriotic guy, and we'll talk to my guests about that. So you guys are in for a treat. My guests today are Brandon Hoehn and Josh Ricker. What's up, fellas?
How we doing?
What is up, my friends?
All right. Look, I'm going to intro these guys. They've been on the podcast, or they have a podcast that will be coming out, an episode that will be coming out. But Brandon Hoehn, he's forklift certified. He's got an awesome girlfriend that's way out of his fucking league.
For sure.
He is he's a good dude. He's got good style. He's styling and profiling. He's a funkle. He's a dad. He's a hunter. He's a bad mamma jamma. That's Brandon Hoehn. I'll let him add some more later. Josh Ricker, this dude he's also a bad mamma jamma. He is afraid of fireworks. Not really.
Yes, very much so.
No, he's a dad. He's a dad too. He is a funny dude. He's patriotic, as you can see. He's not forklift certified, but if you have questions about cleaning products, he'll hook you up with the right answer. Anyways, Brandon Hoehn and Josh Ricker, what's up, fellas?
How we doing?
How's it going, Mr. Will?
Good to be
Well,
here.
I
Doing
apologize.
good.
I apologize, Mr. 4th of July.
That's right. That's right. So if you're listening at home, every year, my wife and I for the last 5 years, for the last 4 years, the fifth one is coming up here in 6 days. We throw what we call Mr. and Mrs. 4th of July party, normally the week before 4th of July, because we're considerate and we want people who already have plans for the 4th of July to be able to come and have fun. And all you got to do is bring a lawn chair, dish to pass, your drinks if you don't like light beer, and you're encouraged to wear your most patriotic garb. If you're invited,
The tighter,
we
the
do
better,
that.
preferably.
The tighter, the better. The tighter, the better. Yeah, spandex is highly encouraged. So, but anyways, I will tell you that Mrs. 4th of July is a little pissed off that she's not on here. She's out of town right now. That said, when I scheduled this with you guys, I didn't know she was out of town, and she's like, "Why the fuck am I not on there?" And I said, "Well, it's kind of a bros thing." And she's like, "Well," "I'm a founder of this damn thing." I said,
Gotta have a peen.
Shit happens. What's that?
I said you need to have a peen to be on tonight.
Oh, peen means wiener.
Yeah, to be fair, she may have founded this, but we founded all of this.
Merica. That's right. Last time I checked, George Washington was a man.
You're not going to air that, right?
Oh, I'm airing that. I'm airing it.
Non-edited.
Well, we, we'll take a glimpse here around Murderers Row. We see Mr. Ricker's got the flag behind him, and he's wearing some patriotic gear. Yes, ladies, he's taken. Sorry. But
what are you going to do?
The beard is real. And then we've got Mr. Hoehn just sporting his patriotic gear. He's got he's patriotic yet classy because that's a fucking bow tie.
Fuck yeah.
He's got the flag in the background, real nice. And you got yours truly, Mr. fucking 4th of July, doing it to it. I don't have a flag behind me, but I got a flag on me. We're entering that, boys.
All caked up, bro.
Yep, I just had a little Debbie cake myself. Actually, got to cake it up. All right, look, we're gonna stick to the Surrounded by Brilliance theme here, but we're gonna be a little loose. We're gonna have some fun, and it's gonna be a good time. If you don't listen to this podcast all the way through, or even watch it on YouTube, what's wrong with you? But most of all, it means you're a communist. So, you dang right. But let's have a little cheers to get this party started, boys. Cheers.
Yeah, ting it. Ting.
All right. Look, guys, so what's going on? What's going on? We're going to go one at a time. Mr. Ricker, what's going on with you? Anything fun or exciting going on in your life right now?
Just looking forward to the Mr. 4th of July party this week. We've got our stuff coming via Mr. Bezos' company, and it's arriving slowly but surely. And I just got back from a little slice of Americana, my daughter's softball game, and having a good time. It was really nice sitting out in 98-degree weather. I loved every second of it.
Oh, you're a good parent. That's good.
Yeah. Got stars and stripes. I got stars and swamp ass.
That could be actually a product. There could be a product opportunity there. The patriotic ass wipe. What about you, Mr. Hoehn? What's new with you? What's going on? Anything exciting?
Not much. Just trying not to sweat through my shirts at this point in time, and hanging out with my cool kid and my out of my league girlfriend here lately. That's about it. Just talking about those are my two main things. The two main chicks that I hang out with. My cool daughter and my out of league girlfriend. So
You know what? That's life in your 40s.
Yeah. Small town USA, baby.
Nothing wrong with that. Great segue. And I realize I use segue a lot. I use segue so much in every one of these I record. But the good news is I can do whatever the fuck I want because it's my podcast. So, anyways, how do we know each other? I'm not going to ask you guys this. I'm going to tell everyone. So we all grew up together. If you haven't watched the episodes with these guys yet, I'm going to give you the synopsis. We grew up together. We went to high school together. We played high school football together. Josh Ricker and I are two-time state champions. Brandon is only a single state championship holder because he's a year older than us. But we do that. And then Brandon and I actually continued our football careers in college together. Brandon and I hunt a little bit. We hunt a lot together. Ricker, we've tried to get him to hunt, but we want to live and not have him Dick Cheney us, so he does not come with us.
I'm more of a gatherer. Yeah, you guys are. What the fuck, man? I was gonna say you guys are hunters. I'm more of a gatherer.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna clip that. But to get, I don't want to completely shit on Brandon's one state championship, even because Josh and I have two. Brandon's first state championship, he and I we played varsity and started. Josh was king of the JVs. So
what the fuck?
Everybody has a place on the team. Everybody has.
Nobody.
And it should be. It can't be remiss. He
This is not
allegedly.
Okay, go ahead.
Owns the fastest sack in school history. Now that is a self-proclaimed record, but it's still a record.
I appreciate that, Hoehn. Will, when I agreed to do this,
Anytime.
I didn't realize it was Kill Tony. No reason to burn on me. I'm a kid.
Oh. Well, you guys look. This is a equal opportunity burn zone, boys. So,
Hey, I gave my right knee for that state championship.
You did?
You don't even know I was injured?
Yes, I knew you were injured, but I
Jesus
mean,
Christ.
you saying you gave your right knee for that state championship is kind of like saying T-Bone gave his left shoulder for the second one. T-Bone, if you listen to this, no, I don't care. It's funny. That's good stuff.
Not touching that.
It's funny. It's funny. Hey, look, I like to ask this question. So, you guys already done an episode with me, each of you individually, but I asked you why'd you agree to be on this podcast, this specific special edition?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Well, like anytime I get to support you guys, get together, talk, chum it up, make fun of each other. It's always a good time. I always like it. I always enjoy it. Spending time with anybody, especially you guys. It's always a good time. Laughing, joking, making fun of each other. It's always the best. So I'm never at a loss for laughs and smiles when I hang out with you guys. So anytime. That's
Wow.
yeah.
That's
I could write a
that's a
book.
very sentimental and very practical and great answer. You're forgetting one thing though, Merica. That's why you agreed to do this. How about you, Josh Ricker?
The same reasons Hoehn said. I love hanging out with you guys. So any chance, and I haven't talked to Brandon in forever. So any chance to get a little chat in with you two, and especially about something I love so much, the red, white, and blue. And I got nothing else going on my days off. Usually just snorting lines and banging nines, buddy.
Perfect.
I was free, so you're saving me the trouble.
You saved me the trouble. If you're Josh's children and you're listening to this, ask him what that phrase means.
No, no, this one they won't know.
I'm sure they're well aware.
They don't know that you're in your basement with a red, white, and blue popsicle shirt and no underwear on.
This is the way I spend every night, man. The only difference is I've got the camera on this time. I'm usually on my, you know what? Never mind.
You walk around your house hanging brain. Hey, kids.
It's a nighttime event.
Oh,
They're
my
a free
God.
family. They're just a free family, free spirited.
Yeah.
Don't judge. Hey, don't judge, man. This is America, right?
Clothing is optional.
Sounds a little David Koresh-esque. Hey, would you guys agree with me earlier what I said about? I think there's like a direct correlation between a get off my lawn guy and a very proud American, patriotic type person. Is that a fair statement, or am I wrong there?
I would say so, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I would say so, probably, yeah. Get off the fucking fence. Commit.
Get off my lawn and fucking start answering some honest questions.
You know what? Great transition. Appreciate that, Brandon. I hope each of you guys have a get off my lawn moment. And a new one can't be one that you used in a prior episode.
Always at the ready.
Because if you're listening to this podcast for the first time, this is the Surrounded by Brilliance Get Off My Lawn segment, where for years I've been compiling this list of what I deem kind of get off my lawn moments, or they're kind of situations, events, and things of that nature that just really fucking annoy me. And in my world, I think they should annoy everyone else. So, and Tony, my lovely wife, Mrs. 4th of July, tells me I'm a 44-year-old, man with an 80-year-old mindset. And and when you kind of think of moments where you're like, get off my lawn, I think it helps you realize the brilliance that we're surrounded by. See what I did there with the words? So, Josh Ricker, you go first. Give me your get off my lawn moment.
I've got a lot to choose from, but the one I landed on for this, and maybe you guys can relate. You pull up to an intersection, all right? You pull up the same time as somebody else. You look at them. You're a nice guy. I know you guys are nice guys. You go ahead. Go ahead. And they sit there and they stare at you. And you're like, go ahead. And they look and they stare, and then they go, go ahead. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's a battle of wits.
You reject my niceties. I start to pull out, and then they start to pull out. I'm like, all right. So we go through the entire process again, and eventually I just slam on the gas, and I'm like, you just do the sign of the cross and hope for the best. But that pisses me off more than anything else.
You know what? It pisses you off, but you know what we do here because, especially wearing that red, white, and blue, and being a get off my lawn guy comes with a stereotype that it's just negativity. Well, we're well-rounded mofos here. So, Josh, tell me how
I do
you
have
could
to
take
say
that.
this. It's better to be pissed
Okay.
off than pissed on, unless you're into that. But
I think there's whole websites
Yeah, like
dedicated.
I'm sure there's a whole
www.
channel on Pornhub donated to that, but dedicated to that.
like wet work. Don't they call it wet work?
I don't know.
How do you make that? How do you make that? How do you make that a positive, Josh Ricker?
The wet work or my get off your lawn?
Get off your lawn thing. If you're into wet work, I think it's already a positive for you.
That's true. That's true. I believe deep down that that every action you take in life changes the course of your life down to brushing your teeth. Brushing your teeth in the morning might have helped you avoid an accident later because you'd be in the wrong place at the right time, or vice versa. So maybe that person not going held me up in that 5-minute struggle to get through the intersection, and I avoided something later that day that could have ended my life. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a stretch.
We'll never. Well, I was gonna say we'll never know, but we do know because you're here right now.
Exactly. Yeah, I've survived
Boom.
this. So.
You literally proved it. Good. That's a great one. All right, Brandon Hoehn, what's your get off my lawn moment?
I don't necessarily know if it's a get off my lawn. It's definitely a pet peeve. People who don't groom themselves properly. For instance, my out of the league girlfriend and I were at a wedding 2 weeks ago, and I saw some guy walk by, and he had nose hairs sticking. You could visibly see the nose hairs coming out of his nose. Now, I didn't get too close to him, but I could almost guarantee that his nose hairs whistle. I looked at Christy. I said, I guarantee that guy's nose hairs are whistling. And I started going, shh, shh, shh. I'm going, just fucking cut your shit. Like, it's not that hard. Trim your stuff up. Clean your ear hairs. Clean your nose hairs. Like, I don't want to be sitting in a doctor's office or somewhere else and listen to your freaking nose hairs whistling. It's disgusting and it's fucking annoying. And
Do you know what's funny? We were having this conversation when we were talking about like this list I've been creating. I think this was probably last fall, and you and Christy had came up. You were here already, and we were talking about this, and you gave that example, people whose nose hairs whistle, and I have it on my list.
It's a thing, dude. I'm telling you. It's fucking annoying. And it's more prevalent than people realize. You hear it. Shh,
Oh,
shh, shh. I mean, it's terrible.
don't you want to just hold that person down and just go up there with the tweezers and just yank it out?
And also, there's been so many times I want to look over and say, fucking check your nose, bro. Check it. You're out of control. Good
Check
Lord.
your nose, bro.
Yeah, it's too much.
Check
Too much.
your nose.
Too much.
Oh my god. Well, does this guy have a mustache?
No, he was clean shaven, but obviously his nose hairs. It was clean shaven enough that I could see his nose hairs literally sticking out of his nose. I pointed
You
it out
got
to
to
You
Christy,
got to
Yeah.
be able to at
and
least
she
find
looked
it.
over. He was a table away from us, and she could see the nose hairs.
Maybe he can't grow a traditional stash, and he's trying to just grow nose hair
Like a
stash to create the illusion.
handlebar
Yeah,
nose stash.
he could
That would be pretty
hoop them up
sweet.
and everything. Yeah, be a little high.
That would be pretty sweet. Wax that,
All right, Brandon, turn that get off my lawn moment or situation or pet peeve into a positive. Or what positive can you take from it?
I don't think there is one. I really don't. I'm gonna go out on a limb and
I,
say,
I
I mean,
I got
it's
one if you can't come up with one.
maybe it's an opportunity to teach somebody about proper grooming skills. I don't,
Yeah, that'll go over well.
I don't really think that there is a positive on that one. You
I
can't
had
say something
two.
like
I
that.
had two that.
Go ahead, Rick. Josh Rigger, what you're go ahead. What were you saying,
Yeah,
Josh Rigger?
I had two that crossed my mind. One, I believe the purpose of hairs in your nose is to catch germs and bacteria before they enter your system. So maybe
Okay.
it's making this guy like super fucking invincible.
Like a raccoon. He's probably fucking healthy as a raccoon.
Yeah, he had
Okay.
no problem during COVID. The second is, and this is more simplistic, but he doesn't have to buy floss. He just
Oh, that's
That's pretty disgusting. But okay, all right.
great. You know what? That's what we do here at Surrounded by Brilliance. We step up and we help other people if they can't find a positive in something.
Right. got the guns out the box.
I think this is even simpler and actually is realistic, unlike Ricker's. I think that what it does, at the very least, it makes you check your nose hairs and make sure you don't have anything hanging out.
Makes me more
You're like,
self-aware of my own personal grooming habits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good twist on that.
that's a good. That's not a twist. That's reality. Because if you were that guy, I mean, you're already fighting an uphill battle, Brandon. But if you are that guy and you pulled in, you got a keeper of a girl. She probably is not into long nose hairs. So thank that guy for reminding you to trim yours, so that when Christy saw you, she's like, God, this dude, he's got long nose hairs, because she didn't have to.
Yeah,
So.
I definitely would get those little wax sticks on the Q-tips and just pluck a whole freaking redwood forest out of that each nostril. It would. It was
well.
bad.
So we have a
Not
friend.
the worst I've ever seen, but
We have a friend. I don't want to say too much about him, because he likes to keep his he doesn't want to have a digital profile.
anonymity is key. Or anonymity
Yeah.
is key.
Let's just call him Steve. Maybe.
I think Keith would be a good name. That's
Keith?
not his name.
Yeah, that sounds like a good name. That's
a
not
good
his
name to
name,
call him.
but that would be a good name. So for the sake of this story, let's say we have a friend named Keith, and on several occasions, I had to have a couple conversations with him and be like, dude, you really need to trim your nose hairs. Like, you're a 40-some-year-old adult. Let's do that. So for his birthday one year, I also used Mr. Bezos. I purchased some of the nose wax hairs, and actually I saw him on his birthday and used those on him. And the aftermath was just disgusting. But he made
He
a
was probably
comment.
like,
"Oh my
holy
God,
shit, I can breathe.
I can breathe."
Good Lord, what is this? It's oxygen.
He's like, yeah, what's that smell?
Oh,
It's
beautiful.
air.
His blood pressure immediately just dropped. He's like, oh, his body's like, you're getting oxygen. You're alive.
Man, this guy's been. Oh, great! You know what, guys? Great get off my lawn moment. So here's mine, and this one, I actually just added this to the list like 3 days ago, because I was traveling for work last week, and I had to fly to my destination. This one really freaking annoys me. So you get on the airplane, let's say you're just so people who get on a flight, let's say they're in row 5, right? That's their seat. But overhead compartments are full or they can't find a spot. So they walk back like 4, 5, 6 rows, put their luggage up there, and then go sit back down.
Yeah.
Then, you know what those assholes do when it's time to get off the plane? They stand up and they're just staring back at you like, and they like, it's the blue one in the top left right there. Or they stand up real quick and they run back to try to get there. Now, some of this is the airline's fault because they should have checked that guy's bag. But I was on this flight on Friday when I was coming home, and this did this. I mean, it was like 8 rows back, and it was our row. And he's like, it's the blue one on the left. The guy behind me's like, blue one on the left. He grabs it. We start this conveyor belt.
I would have just gone.
Hold on. Let me grab it real quick.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, so then 2 other people are like,
pass it back the opposite direction. Put it at the back of the fucking plane, that idiot.
Well, the funny part is, actually, no, it was on the way to my thing on Wednesday. So I get on the plane, I sit down, and this guy, he got on the plane early because he was kind of disabled. I'm sitting right next to him. He's a little bigger. He's got a cane. He's older than me. I'm like, yeah, I'm on the window, sir. And he goes, oh, they really fucked this one up. I told him I wanted a hot blonde with big tits to be sitting next to me.
You say close enough.
I said, sorry. I go, you should probably call someone at the airlines. They really messed this one up. And so we chatted for a little bit. Fast forward, we're getting off this flight, and we were up against it because the flight was delayed. He had a short layover. I had a short layover. And so he's the guy who started to be like, is somebody going to park this plane? Let's go. And I'm like, I'm thinking this, but I'm glad he's saying it, right? And then he was the guy that's like, the guy is going, it's back there. And he goes, here? This one, sir? He goes, yeah. And so he grabbed it and he starts doing it because he's like, to me, he goes, I want to get the fuck out of here. And this guy's not doing anything. So he's grabbing stuff. But anyways, how do I make that a positive?
And you?
I don't think like the positive in it is, and this is a common theme when we do this. It reminds you to not be that fucking guy. Like, don't be that guy. So
teaches
that's
you
not
patience
necessarily
too.
positive. What's that?
Teaches
Brandon,
you
what's
patience.
that?
Teaches you patience.
It does. It teaches you patience, but when you got a 45-minute layover and you're already 25 minutes delayed. Yeah, it sucks, but all right. That's the get off my lawn segment. That's how we do it. That's how we roll. Now we're going to kind of talk through some rapid fire questions and not so rapid fire questions. This is where we're going to get a little loose, boys. All right, a little loose.
Loosey,
so
goosey. I want to like it.
I do. I have a couple. I don't know, like history type things I'm going to ask. And I have some very different questions and some questions that are somewhat similar that I've asked in the past. But this is also this is just where we're going to do a little freestyling. So, Brandon, when was America founded?
1776.
What
Boom.
day?
Nailed it. July 4th.
What?
Hello.
Yes.
Santa
Well
Claus'
done.
birthday.
Well done. So, do you know what the U.S. was called before 1776, Josh Rigger?
Before 1776?
So on July 3rd, 1776, what was it referred? What was USA referred to as?
Jesus Christ. You're talking about the the 13 colonies? What are you talking about? I didn't know.
On July 4th, 1776, we became the United States of America. On July 3rd, what was it? What was it called? What was it referred to
question?
as?
I
No.
was gonna say, I don't know. I don't know. Now you're making me feel weak inside.
Okay, yeah, you are weak. A common phrase was the United Colonies.
I was going to say the
I
American
I said
colonies.
colonies. Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, no, oh yeah, now you know the answer.
Put it in. I knew that.
You can suck my red, white, and blue.
All right, here I'm gonna ask each of you this one. So, what do you think a July 4th party hosted by George Washington looked like? What do you think it looked like in reality? What would you have liked it to look like?
Are we talking like hookers and blow?
This is I literally just said you tell me.
A
So
lot
however
of,
you
a lot
want
of, a lot of dudes with sweet wigs, white wigs, probably that have horse teeth and or cadaver teeth in their dentures.
Yep.
Throwing some chaw down.
Smelled like dog shit.
Drinking nasty ass fucking brandy.
And you know it was 95 degrees and they're wearing those powdered wigs and heavy coats.
Oh, I guarantee they smelled phenomenal.
Yeah.
A lot of Famunda. A lot of Famunda cheese there.
All right. Well, let's just talk through this next question. Name the greatest generation, and then name the most annoying generation. Josh Rigger, you go first.
Well, I hate to be cliche, but I'm going to go with the obvious, and that's the greatest generation was the ones who fought in World War II. I don't think any of us would be here without them. But the most annoying are, and always will be, millennials. I don't think anyone's topped them yet. I actually think we're on an upswing. I think we're getting smarter now. I think we bottomed out, and now we're starting to. The roller coaster's going uphill again.
Click,
I hope.
click, click, click. All right, Brandon, your response.
I would agree with Josh on the elder generation, the generation pre-baby boomers, the generation that fought World War II. Annoying. I'm going to go a little different and say, what is that? Is that Gen Z? Is that the 20-something-year-old kids now? I want to fucking punch every one of them in the face. They're so stupid. All
Good
entitled.
news.
They are all entitled douchebags.
Oh yeah, they are.
Entitled and lazy.
Every one of them trying to become an influencer.
I mean, millennials are bad, but
and I'm sorry, the ironic part is I'm saying that on Josh's podcast.
You both are millennials, so that's the best part about it.
Nope.
No,
1980.
No.
It's 81 and up, bitch.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is 81. Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, I researched because people make that mistake. They're like, "You're a millennial." Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
You and I are Gen Zers or Gen Xers. Excuse me.
Three of us.
Mikey and I have that argument all the time because she was born in '81.
Oh, she's a millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Thanks, baby. I love
You're
you.
listening to this.
Thanks, baby. I
You're
love
listening, you are as millennial as they get.
While I still have a home, I do want to say that was just a joke. I love my wife; she's out of my league as well. And,
I'm gonna edit that out, so we're good.
I swear, baby, he edited this. He switched my words around.
Well, I just said I'm gonna edit that out, so now she'll know. So I'm gonna agree with Josh. I'm gonna agree with you both on the greatest generation. Those dudes were fucking men. Tony and I when we went to Europe last year. See, Mr. 4th of July is a classy and educated. We took a day trip to Normandy. And I love history. I love reading about World War II and the previous wars. And when you go there, and we had a tour guide, and they start explaining this stuff to you, and you look at what they were teenagers. I mean, they were 18, 19. When you look at what they did, like these, how they took Point to Hoc, how they what they went through to get there, and then you think about all the technology and what our military has now, and I have the utmost respect for our military now too, but those were real men back then because
Sure.
they had, they had like slingshots and, undersized boots. So, so
Sure.
I agree on that. They're the greatest generation. Most annoying generation, I'm going to say anyone from 81 on up to this point.
Very
So
broad. I love
several generations.
Several.
That is
What's that?
that is a true
YZ,
opinion.
ZZ, dipshits, all that. It don't matter.
That is the opinion of a true get off my lawn man.
And that's how we do it here, baby. That's how we do it.
Anybody younger than me sucks.
All right. Here's a real banger of a question. I'm going to ask you each separately. So, Brandon, what would this is directed to you, Brandon. What would 45-year-old Brandon tell 18-year-old Josh? What advice would he give him?
Oh boy. I would say don't sell out whenever you can to like make money. To make money, like
Sell out.
yeah. Try to.
You're
try
telling
to,
this to Josh, right?
Right.
You heard that question, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Invest. I know. Invest in yourself to try to enrich yourself for the future generation. Also, I would say, don't be too afraid of fireworks.
Son of a bitch.
Wow, you were way too nice to him there. That's all really good advice.
And, well, I should let me back it up.
Let me talk some shit here.
Let me back it up. When you go to the eye doctor, tell your mom you don't want freaking Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. Go there.
He's already had them at that point. It's too late. When he's 18, he didn't have
He's
glasses.
like, geez,
What
mom,
the fuck?
you just keep making me get these Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. I want to get some cool glasses. And she's like, no, Josh, those fit your face the best. So you have to get those.
Oh, man, you
Don't
missed a
get Jeffrey
great
Dahmer
opportunity.
glasses.
You missed a great opportunity.
See,
I
the
have-
problem is they didn't sell children's glasses that fit my head, so I had to go with the 40-year-old glasses as an 8-year-old.
Well, I'll edit that out. That's funny, though.
Why?
I tried to hold a straight face for as long as I could.
Whew, that's a good one. Oh, man.
You know,
Oh shit!
I may not edit it out now. We'll see. You
I
know
will.
what?
You fucking
just
edit
go
it out,
unedited.
because otherwise
Just go unedited.
I'm gonna get questions.
What'd you say, Ricker?
You better edit it out, or otherwise I'm gonna have to answer some questions.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the whole point of this? This is supposed to be unedited. This is ridiculous. You know what? I'll do what I want. It's up in the air. We'll decide. We'll see. Josh, what would 44-year-old Josh tell 18-year-old Brandon?
Man, that's rough. Don't I'll tell you, don't invest everything you have in Circuit City. I think that was a bad move. If you could only go back, things might have been different. I honestly, I don't really have any advice for him. I admire everything he's done. He's figured life out. He's a good guy. I mean, that's why I'm friends with you guys.
I wouldn't say that I got life figured out. I'm kind of doing shit on the fly, but thank you. I appreciate that.
But as much as any of us do, you know.
Yeah.
And if you guys weren't good guys, I wouldn't be friends with you. Yeah, I respect you, and I've got no advice for you. I've made my my own share of mistakes. So, I mean, but you work through it, and life goes on, and I love you.
Wow.
You know,
What a bunch of weak ass answers. Everybody's being like empathetic and
Yeah,
thought
that's a big.
provoking.
That's a big.
uh,
Sucking
not
up
only
balls,
do
Will.
we have
Your little
to
track.
bitch about people and bitch about things, but we can still love each other.
That's right.
One love. All right. All right. Next question. This I'll start with Josh Ricker and this one here. So, assuming that and you may have this right now, but if you aren't in your dream job right now, what would your dream job be?
Wow. Um, Probably had I not gotten married, I was on the brink of beginning to branch out, and I'm not. I know you think I'm gonna say. I know you think I'm gonna say.
Had I not gotten married, I
My
love how he
only
prefaced
friend.
that. Had I not gotten married, I would have.
Well, I can't say. You want me to edit out what I said earlier, but you just said, "Had I not got married."
No, but you understand in context. I'm not. I'm not talking about OnlyFans. But had I not gotten married, I would have probably continued down the route of DJing. I had actually hired a couple people and kind of spreading that out more and making that a bigger business. But to be able to do that, we had Josie, and I couldn't, be out partying all the time.
And
So
you would
you're
have had to hang out with Boner a lot
That's true.
because he would have
That's
been
true.
your
so wait a
number one
second.
employee.
So
He
your
was
dream
he
job.
was a good guy, but he was never my employee.
So your dream job would have been to own a disc DJ company.
Not like others,
I
a little bit different, but yeah, I was, I was very successful with what I was doing, and I would have loved to see how big that could have gotten. But
And a little shout out to Josh.
I
He
would choose.
DJ'd. Josh
yeah.
did DJ my wedding. I mean, it did end in
Yes.
divorce, but he
And
did.
look
DJ
how that worked out.
Statistically, you'd be surprised how many of my DJ jobs are going to have to hire another DJ. Let's just put it that way.
Well, and if you're listening at home, Joshua Ricker was on the brink of turning by request mobile disc jockey services into a global dominating juggernaut.
That's right. No, but I would choose my wife and my daughters any day, and I actually like my job a lot, and so yeah.
Well, that's good. But by the way, the question wasn't, would you choose your wife and kids over whatever?
That's the side.
I mean, you had every opportunity to involve your family in your dream job, and you fucked that up. I mean, you can make it up, man. You're like, yeah, if I want my dream job, my kids and my wife aren't involved. Wow. It sounds like that question has got the answer is deeper rooted. Anyways, Brandon, same question. Assuming you're not in your dream job now, what would your dream job be? And Ricker obviously gave you some guidance. Don't talk shit about your family here.
I'm guessing priest.
I don't know if I really have a dream job. I would say maybe trying to take a lot of money off of suckers and run a boat down in Florida somewhere. Run a fishing boat down in Florida.
Okay. I could totally see you doing that.
Hell yeah.
Then,
I'd have a skullet, and I would be just rocking cut-off Hawaiian shirts all day long. I'd probably wear jorts. I'd fucking be living the life. Living the life.
so I just had a thought. I'm now merging you and Josh's dream job here. You two are in Florida, living together, single as can be. You're running a boat. He's DJing. So he's sleeping during the day when you're out on people on boats.
What if
and then he's
DJing on the charter boat?
Yeah, combine it. It's a party boat.
DJing on the charter boat. Hell yeah.
Well,
Shooting
Mikey, Josie, Lila, Harper, Amelia, if you're listening to this, Brandon and Josh, your dads, they're going to take on a new venture. They'll be home sometime. They'll send money.
Amelia knows she loves me, or that I love her. So, yeah.
That's dear Lord. What are you guys looking most forward to at this year's Mr. and Mrs. Fourth of July party? Brandon, you go first.
Ooh, I don't know. The fireworks show at the end of the night's usually pretty epic. I would say probably the camaraderie, making fun of everyone, getting to see everybody that I don't always get to see. The Natter days. There's just the wide array of Mr. Fourth of July garb. It is never goes without saying. It's always awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Josh Rigger?
Like he was saying, the fireworks show, I think last year went off without a hitch.
Nope. Josh, you're afraid of the fireworks, Ricker, and Brandon should not have been anywhere near fireworks. So.
Yeah, Brian, Brandon's looking down the tubes. They go off yet? But anyhow, yeah, I'm looking forward to the same. The laughs. I'm trying to thicken my skin before I get there because I know what's coming. But I enjoy every second of it. And I'm especially happy that we're going to be able to see everybody on Friday in preparation. So that'll be some time to reconnect and have a good time.
Get some boating in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this, Josh Rigger, but Brandon is actually he's at founder level for Mr. and Mrs. 4th of July. He has never missed. He's never missed one. Yep. He's the only one.
Me and MDB.
That's amazing.
I don't know if he's coming this year because he's been kind of radio silent for the last month.
Douche.
So.
Yeah.
Douche.
Yeah, he's like the. I look at Hoehn like the Ricky Gervais to my Steve Carell. I'm not saying I made it better when I'm coming, but it's certainly more.
Yeah,
popular.
It's been a consistent me, Mark, Josh, and Tony. Everybody else kind of just comes and goes. Like the wind.
Travis missed last year. It was the first one. So, funny story about last year's Mr. or Miss. There's many funny stories, but last year, since you're both on here, because I have a Josh story and a Brandon story. So, Brandon, you wouldn't know this because once the fireworks were over, I think Christy, your lovely girlfriend, put you to bed. Because you probably should have been asleep an hour and a half or two before that. Because those cutwaters.
Staying away from that shit this year.
Yeah, I think there were parts of him that were asleep while he was shooting fireworks.
They were delicious though.
So, I said, Ricker, we got to go get my boat from the neighbors.
Oh, God.
So we go over there, and it's obviously dark. We get the boat. I'm like, hold the flashlight out here in front of the boat so I can see where we're going. And you've been on a boat. You've been on my boat, our boat before, Brandon. You've been on, whether you have or haven't been on any boat, you understand, like, hey, when we're coming up to the dock, I should probably be ready to help us, make sure the boat doesn't run into it. So right. I said, I go, Josh, get up there to the front of the dock or the front of the boat and make sure that we don't hit the dock like any human being would understand. So he gets on the front of the boat and he slips and he falls down. I mean, ass to the bottom of the boat. I mean, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, I slipped, man. And then I think we still hit the dock pretty hard.
Yeah,
it would have been awesome if he fell in, but he didn't.
It's flip flop, bro.
A 300-pound guy who's been day drinking. Why didn't you, for the last 12 hours, once you use your God-given agility and kind of jump on the dock, that you shouldn't expect any mistakes.
Yeah, it happens.
So that's last year. Here's my Brandon story, which would have been, I think this would have been the third.
Is this the
No,
mailbox? Is this the
second,
mailbox story?
second Mr. 4th of July.
I think this was
So
the
we're
first.
shooting. This
This
is
is the original.
no, it's
Or
the
second.
second.
Okay.
The first one. Remember the first one we were shooting fireworks? I was instead of getting out of the way, I would just light it and lay down and cover my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So we're shooting off, and I don't think Ricker never actually went to our house in Schoolcraft, but we lived in a neighborhood there, and we were on a corner lot, and the neighbor's mailbox was on our lot right across from their house. So we're shooting off fireworks at the edge of the property, and Brandon had these. He had a few drinks. We'll just say that, and I said, "Here, you can't put those fireworks there. You can't do it." And I turned around to do something else. And then like 30 seconds later, I turned back around. He had already put these fireworks into the ground and he's lighting them. And they're like a foot away from this mailbox. And I'm like, I go, you can't. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't put it. He's like, I don't give a fuck about the mailbox. And then I'm like, it's not my mailbox. It's my neighbor's. As I'm saying that, as he's saying, I don't give a fuck about it. Neighbors standing out in their driveway, looking over there like this.
It was fantastic.
And I'm like, they're right there.
It was perfect.
I'm like, they're right there. He's like, I don't fucking care. So,
America, baby. America.
That's right. The more Brandon drinks, the more he finds his inner freedom.
Yes.
His inner
It was
freedom.
pretty good. It was pretty good.
Josh Ricker, what's a fun fact about you that no one would know or that most people wouldn't know?
Oh Jesus! God, a fun fact about me. I don't know if there's anybody who knows me that doesn't know everything about me. I'm kind of an open book.
Well, remember, I mean, all 45, 50, 100 people who listen to this regularly don't necessarily know you.
Okay, all right, I got one for you. I am and you guys know this well, but I am a diehard fan of a certain musician. I will be seeing this person perform, I think July 6th. It's a bucket list item, and I'm an Uber fan, and that is Mr. Out Yankovic. And I'm super fucking excited about it.
He's still touring? Oh my God.
Oh, I heard.
This surprises you coming from the guy who UHF is his favorite movie.
Yeah, oh my God,
it's like UHF, Howard the Duck, and I don't even know what the third movie is.
Goonies, maybe.
Goonies,
I don't know.
probably.
I've been checking.
Tropic Thunder.
Adventure.
I'm the dude, and the dude trying to be another dude.
to my surprise, I've been checking YouTube weekly for the past 10 years, waiting for a trailer for UHF 2, and it hasn't come to fruition yet.
Really?
I'm starting to. I may get a Kickstarter going to make that happen.
All right, Brandon. Fun fact about you: most people don't know.
I don't know if we discussed this the last time. I am a 2-time triathlete.
That's right.
It may not look like it.
You,
It may not look like it, but this body is deceiving. Deceptively fast. I'm agile in the water. I'm like a cheetah on land. It just, yeah.
I like it.
Fast. Yeah.
2-time triathlete. I think my wife's like a 60-time triathlete. So.
She's an overachiever at everything. So
yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. That's because she's got a giant chip on her shoulder. She thinks everyone in the world is out to get her. So it's her goal to prove everyone wrong.
I get it.
No, she is just I kid. I mean, I tell her she has a chip on her shoulder, but it does. It motivates her. So,
yeah, that's not a bad thing.
It's like it's a bag of Doritos. So, hey, we're gonna keep going with the questions unless you guys got somewhere to be. Tough shit. We're keeping going. All right, this one's gonna require a little thought. Okay, and it is military, patriotic related. I think I started with you there, Josh. I'm gonna start with you, Brandon. you can pick 4 people. So 4 people, you get to pick the attributes from them to make the ultimate patriotic super soldier. Who are your choices? And these people can be fictional or real.
Okay. I would
So
go.
you 4 people, but I mean, I want you to break it down. Like these are the 4 people they would morph into.
Okay.
One
I would go.
soldier.
All right. I would go with my grandfather. He flew 35 missions as a bomber pilot, captain in World War II. So I would go with him.
Okay.
Ralph Hoehn. I would go with George Patton, I guess, for
Okay. 2
leadership
solid starts.
skills. Oh, geez. I would go with I don't know what his name is, but Jean-Claude Van Damme from Universal Soldier.
That is his name, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what his character's name is in the movie. He's pretty badass.
Okay.
And then G.I. Joe, because he's just American. Badass.
Wow. I will tell you what. I did not think that whoever went first on that, I did not think they were going to come up with something that quick and so well thought. I'm impressed, man.
You're welcome.
Well done.
You're welcome.
Seriously, I've been panicking.
So you got Ralph Hoehn, World War R.I.P. Ralph, World War II fighter pilot. George Patton. What'd you say? G.I. Joe, and what was the fourth one?
Jean-Claude Van Damme from Universal Soldier.
Dude,
He's just
I would
badass.
not want to fuck with that dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think anybody would.
All right, Ricker, your turn.
I'm in full panic mode because I don't think I've got those people. Well, I grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2.
Oh,
No shout out to my brother.
Terminator.
I would throw in maybe a little Vic Whiting.
Ooh.
okay. From a leadership
A
standpoint.
lot of intensity right there.
Yeah. I mean, he led. If you're talking about leading men, he's one of the best. Man, I've got one that I'm holding for fourth, but probably you probably know who it is.
I think I do.
Man, total badass. Probably Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon.
Not Braveheart.
Because he's a
Patriot.
badass, but
He was
also
pretty
needs a little
badass in Patriot.
That's right. And he's also kind of funny. You need a little levity. So
Okay. Keeps the troops at ease.
And then, come on, this is an obvious answer. The baddest man on the planet, the fucking rattlesnake, Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin.
Okay.
I look, I'm not going to disparage your picks. I think those are solid picks. I think Brandon's soldier would beat your soldier 1-on-1.
Because he's using actual war heroes? Yeah, probably.
I thought about this before, but it's just there's so many people, and you guys just made me think of a whole bunch of other people. But I can't believe one of you didn't use Chuck Norris.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. You don't even have to add anybody to that.
Done.
That's right, yeah. You said 4 people. We use him, we're done.
Chuck Norris is 4 people wrapped up in one.
Chuck Norris, Dick Winters was a soldier in World War II. What the hell happened?
You had to add some lighting.
We've been going a little long, and it got super dark in here.
But Chuck Norris, I have a bunch of different combinations, but Chuck Norris, Dick Winters, if you've watched Band of Brothers, that dude, I'm reading his book. I'm getting ready to start reading his book. I was going to say Steven Seagal, but I think Chuck Norris would destroy him. Maybe you guys keep talking about leaders of men. Whew. Yeah. Oh, I didn't ask myself the question anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I think Seagal might be a bad choice. I think he's buddies with Vladimir Putin nowadays.
Oh,
Might not want, yeah.
but,
And he's a
but
fat turd.
I would throw in as a wild card Brad Pitt, either in the movie Fury or Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah.
That's a pretty That's a pretty solid wild card. His character on either of those.
I would throw in Mel Gibson Braveheart.
I would throw in Charlie Sheen Hot Shots.
I would throw in no. He pulls the eyeballs out. Has the eyeballs in the case. All right. I'm gonna give you a couple. I'm gonna say a quote, a patriotic quote of sorts, and you guys need to tell me who the person who said it. And I'll start out with an easy one. We'll let Brandon go first. So, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Who said that, Brandon?
Neil Armstrong. That was a joke. It was JFK.
Okay. Okay, you sold it well. You sold it well. Oh, jeez. All right, Josh Ricker, this is for you. America, to me, is freedom.
America,
this is tough.
This
is a tough one, but you won't get this, but I was surprised that this person said it.
Let me think.
It's not who you think. It's not the person you would think it is.
Is it? I think I've heard of it before, or heard that quote. Fuck, this is good. If I'm wrong here, I'm gonna sound really fucking stupid. Is it like Kenny Rogers?
Oh, you're not far off, Brandon. Do you know Brandon?
I'm on the right track. That's why
You're on the right track. I'll give you another guess because you were so close.
Willie Nelson.
You're in the same. You are in the same age bracket and the same genre.
What about Willie Nelson?
Boom! That's who it is.
Willie. All right.
Nope.
Nice work.
Willie Nelson.
America.
All right. Brandon, this one's for you. This is a tough one.
Okay.
Freedom lies in being bold.
Oh shit.
And some of these questions are so that the people at home now know that we aren't just here to bitch and complain. We don't just joke around all the time. We are cultured. We can think. We can think in depth. But
freedom lies in being bold.
Freedom lies in being bold.
Martin Luther King.
No. This guy was an author.
Ernest Hemingway.
No. Josh, you got a guess?
Is it Frost?
It is. Robert
Wow.
Frost.
This guy's cultured.
No. I watched a lot of Teen Jeopardy.
Many leather-bound books. All right. This one's to you, Ricker. The essence of America, that which really unites us, is not ethnicity or nationality or religion. It is an idea, and what an idea it is. That you can come from humble circumstances and do great things.
Living?
Yes.
Is it Maya Angelou?
No, and I think she died.
Is she dead?
I think she died a couple years ago.
That's my bad.
I think you said living and then named a dead person.
Well, her spirit lives forever. That's what I meant.
No, I'll give you a hint though. You're right. This is a female.
It better not fucking be Oprah.
Do you think I would put an Oprah quote on this show? You know what? Hey, I'd like to let everyone know this is the last time you'll ever see Joshua Ricker on this podcast.
No, I know we share a disdain, so that's why I threw her name out. Male or female?
female. And here I'll give you one more hint because this is a tough one. This female loves and is very involved in NCAA college football.
Oh, I think I know.
Is it Condoleezza Rice?
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Nice.
That's
Is
what I
that
was
what
gonna
you're
guess.
like? I'm giving you all these fucking hints. You should get it. Is that what?
That's what I was gonna say.
The playoff committee. So.
All right, Brandon. This is the last question that I have.
Okay.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Newt Rockney.
Come on. Hey,
Whoa,
Hey.
what? Newt Rockney.
This isn't a coach of a college. This is a coach of America, man.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
I don't
Greatest
know.
coach of all time.
Greatest coach
Ricker?
of all time?
Greatest coach of all time.
Lou
Coach
Holtz?
Eric Taylor, Friday Night Lights.
What's the name of his team?
It's the dang.
Permian. Isn't
I can't
it Permian?
think of it right now.
Nope, it's the Dillon Panthers.
I knew they were from Dillon.
I never watched Friday Night Lights.
You
Oh,
should.
love it.
It's a
You would
solid
like it.
show.
Yeah.
All right, so those are all the questions I had. I was gonna this last 5 minutes or so. If there's anything you guys wanted to chat about, you had funny stories or things you wanted to say. Otherwise, we can wrap it up.
I don't know. There's so many memories from Mr. 4th of July and the 35 plus years that I've known you idiots. So I don't know. It's hard to wrap them up in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, we could go longer than 5 minutes. It's funny you bring up Mr. 4th of July moments because I had some notes on my sheet. Vodka, just some phrases, and I'll say them. And Brandon and well, I don't know if Josh will know some of these, but you say what they mean to you. Vodka villain, blow me where the Pampers are, deck railing.
Oh, fuck. Some of the greatest moments on Mr. 4th of July ever.
This is when Ricker was always working and he wouldn't come to him.
The vodka
See, that's the
villain
thing.
was always
That's the
fantastic.
thing. If I've got work and I can't make it, you rip on me. If I take off of work, he's like, "Oh, Ricker, yeah, he's got no problem he'll take off of work anytime he wants." He loves.
I don't
he
say
hates
that.
work. Yeah. So I can't fucking win.
Well, we kid because we love. So
No, I as far as anything else to say, I just I love that in America we can be in this place where former enemies. I mean, I don't want to reveal this to everybody, but I used to bully Hoehn in grade school.
Here we
And the
fucking
fact-
go.
The fact that we could mend fences in this
and I'm proud to be an American.
Here we fucking go.
and he could forgive me for the torture I put him through.
I
it's
forgive
a
you for
beautiful
all the
thing.
tormenting you did. I forgive you.
You guys know that there's going to be karaoke. Oh, we got a visitor.
Uh-oh, Jack.
And he just farted.
Go.
Did you fart? I think we got to end this. He might have to go outside. He just farted. Okay, buddy. Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to the party. There is going to be karaoke.
Nice.
Mrs. 4th of July and I have been practicing. I'm going to rock this town. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. But there'll be karaoke. She's got a piñata for the kids that are going to be there. She wants people to limbo as well. I said I don't know how that's going to go over, but we can try.
Hopefully it's over the fire.
Well, look, I appreciate you guys having a willingness to come on here. Some of this too was I was like, I want to see what it's like to have multiple guests on here at the same time, especially people who I've grew up with and always have fun with and do love and appreciate. So appreciate you guys for being on here. If you guys want to find Brandon and Josh, you can find them on Facebook. You can also find Josh on TikTok at Big Rick Energy. But thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate you. Love you. And I will see you in a few days. So
Absolutely.
Thanks, everyone, for listening.
All right, love you guys.
See you this weekend.
Get off my lawn. Don't turn around in my driveway. And don't drive slow if you're in the left lane. Scooby-Doo-bop-bop-a-deep-a-doop-bop-bop. Surrounded by brilliance.